Hello, everybody. Lori here from Unique in the Creek. Hey, say hey when you come in. Let me know you're watching and where you're from. Tonight is the start of Unique in the Creek Spring 2023 Kit Craze. Yay! So, I'm going to show you tomorrow night's and hello. What are we on? Wednesday. So I'm going to show you Thursday and Friday's kits, the stuff that's in it. And tomorrow night I'll show you Saturday and Sundays. Hello, Jean Meyer. Hi, Amy. Hi, everybody. Hello. I'm really excited. I'm not excited to do all these lives in a row. I am excited to be in your home with you guys. So we are streaming on, we're streaming everywhere. I'm streaming on Instagram, I'm streaming on Facebook, I'm streaming on YouTube, I'm streaming on TikTok. So, hey. So let me know you're here. Anyways, tonight's kit is super cute. Tonight's kit is perfect for any of you who have never used a Unique in the Creek board or have never made a wreath before. When I'm finished this wreath and when you're finished your wreath, it's gonna look like professional. Texas is here. Hey, Texas, y'all. I love Texas. Texas is one of my favorite places in the wide world. Not because my best friend lives there, but yeah, because my best friend lives there. Owen Sound, Canada. Ouch. Had physio today. My arm's a little sore. Anyways, we got lots to go through. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys before I get started on tonight's kit. So I will go down to the board like I always do. But I did want to show you tomorrow night's and Friday night's kits so you guys can see. Because when I make kits, there is so much thought. Like, it takes me days at the wholesalers to put kits together, because I put so much thought into the kits. And when I'm making the kits, I can actually picture the end result and what it will look like. However, when I do the kit, you absolutely do not have to do your kit like me. On our YouTube channel, there is over, I don't even know, hundreds of tutorials, okay? So all you have to do to find a replay or to find something you like, on the playlist, just go, on the YouTube playlist, for whatever board you have, so this is the ring board, you would go to the ring board playlist, and you can go down the playlist, and the pictures of the finished wreath are the main picture. So if you see something in the ring board playlist that you really like and you want to try, by all means watch the replay and see if you possibly want to do your kit like that one. By all means, you can do it exactly like me. This is why I teach them. Please, if you do like when I'm finished, do it exactly like me. If you love it, somebody else will love it too. The goal is to, if you're selling your wreaths, to get them sold. So I don't mind at all people copying me. That's why I do it, and that's why I put the kits together, so you guys don't have to worry about matching mesh and ribbons and all that stuff, okay? Hello. So, tonight we're doing the Easter globe, and I'll show you all the components on it, but look how cute this sign is. It is metal. It's got glitter on it. It says, "Have a Happy Easter." Super cute. This is what we're doing tonight. And like I said, I'll go down to the board, but I want to show you guys the other stuff. So this is, I'm not sure if it's tomorrow's. I guess I should have brought my live schedule down with me. Anyways, this one is kit 009. It is the Hello Peach and Sage Green on the oval. So all the kits do come with the board. Okay, so this kit I'm going to show you is the oval board. So you do get the oval board. This kit is really, really pretty. Now, it's a little more higher priced than the other kits, and you'll see why, okay? So this is the sign. It's a 12-inch metal sign. Actually, I'm gonna bring this down a bit because my arm's sore. It's got like a wood grain background. It says the word hello, and it's got beautiful peach colored rose and sage green leaves and stuff on it with little white flowers. Hopefully there you go, you can see it a little better. Anyways, I love this sign. It's a new sign. It's absolutely stunning, but watch what I paired it with. So you get the sign. You also get a roll of, this is a matte foiled mesh, because you really aren't going to see the mesh very much at all with this kit. So we don't want to use a super overly expensive mesh when we're going to cover it with ribbons and stuff. Hello, hello everybody. Now, my friends, you also get a whole roll, 2.5-inch sage green diagonal weave ribbon, again 2.5-inch, so it matches the leaves on the sign beautifully. And you get, look at this, my friends, look at this. This is the ultra fine glitter, hopefully you can see that, the ultra fine glitter peach colored 1.5-inch ribbon. Look how stunning that is together, right? I do good. Plus, so you get a roll of each. You get the board, you get the sign. Then you also get, two bushes. So 2 bushes, and I will be putting this together so you'll be able to see 2 of these, which have, there's 3 stems in them, but we'll break them down. They are like a flocked, I don't know what they're called, but I bought them to go with this kit because they almost match exactly the leaves and the little white flowers that are on the sign. You get 2 of them. So they match beautifully with the sign and everything. So you get 2 of those. And I wanted to keep it elegant looking. You're having a problem hearing? Let me just see. No, the glitter does not come off. The ultra fine glitter, it doesn't come off. Anybody else having a problem hearing my live here? I am trying to, let me know if you're having a trouble hearing. Oh, no? Okay. Like I said, I wanted to keep this kit elegant looking. Look at these, my friends. You get 3 of them. 3 of these picks that have pearls, large, not large, but beautiful pearls on the ends of them. And you get 3 of them, and we're going to put them in with the greenery and the ribbons. Isn't that gorge? Gorge. Yes. So you do get 3 pearls, 2 bundles of the greenery, the sign, both ribbons, the mesh, the oval board. You get your 100 pack of zip ties. You get cable mounts and pipe cleaners. for your sign. You get wire nippers to cut your zip ties, and you do get a couple pieces of felt we threw in there that can go on the back of the sign. It helps keep the sign when you glue it, the cable mounts and stuff to the back when you glue it. So that is the Hello Peach and Sage kit. That one's going to be super popular, but you get a lot of stuff. So this wreath, when you're finished, you can sell it for quite a bit of money. It's gorgeous. Anyways, that is that kit. Love this ribbon. And again, this ultra fine ribbon, the glitter does not come off. Okay. Put that back. I'm not sure if that's tomorrow's or Friday's. The next one I'll show you is the spring bunnies. Spring bunnies, you get, now this one is, we did it last year. It's super popular, but I made it even better than last year's. You do get the large board, so this one will be designing on the large board. You get this fabulous sign. It's metal, and it's got like a wood, vintage wood background here. Okay, with the watercolor bunnies on it, and it says welcome spring, and it's got lavender and stuff around it. So that's your sign. Your mesh is a jute border stripe, natural colored mesh. So when we do the ruffles, you will see this beautiful border stripe in the wreath. You get this beautiful lace, lavender, Swiss dot, 1.5 inch ribbon. Okay, so it goes with the bunnies and everything. And you also get this huge lavender spray. Look at this thing, it's monstrous. It's huge. We will be cutting it down and into pieces, but it's got the lavender, it's got ferns, it's got some greenery on it. So you do get this bush as well. So look, my God, it's going to be fabulous. Right? And you also get, of course, your zip ties, your pipe cleaners. So you got 3 pipe cleaners, and your wire nippers. How's that? So that is the Welcome Spring Bunnies kit. All right, so the rest, I'll show 2 more kits tomorrow night. So I'll show Saturday and Sundays tomorrow night. There is a post on the Unique in the Creek Facebook page of the times of when I'm going live and stuff. So you can check it out there. Alrighty, so I'm going to go down to the board and let's get started. Hello, hello. I'm going to go down and we're going to get started on this, the first Spring 2023 kit craze. We are going to be using the ring board. Okay. You get this gorgeous globe, and it's got like glittery and everything that says "Have a Happy Easter." It's metal, super cute, keeps everything lightweight. You get that, you get this. Now this, my friends, is awesome. This is a poly jute fabric mesh with the pastel colors and an iridescent stripes in it. How beautiful is this mesh? And it, like I said, it's fabric mesh, my friends. We all love fabric mesh. So it matches the sign absolutely perfect. And you'll see what we're going to do. We're not going to cover up a ton of this mesh. It will be seen. You also get, wait till you see these. These are so much fun. I love these. I put them in a few kits this year because I absolutely love them. You get 3 of them. 3 of these picks. They are Deco tubing. It's got like a snowdrift mesh in it. It's got a jute mesh Deco tubing in it. It's got 3 glitter balls in the center. And this just makes the wreath lots of fun. So you get 3 of them. So we're going to be using 3 of them tonight. Now, if you, like I said, if you don't want to do your kit or whatever like mine, you absolutely don't have to. You may just want to use one and use the other 2 in another project. That's totally up to you. But you do get 3, and we're going to use 3 tonight. You also get a 7/8 inch 10 yard, is it 10 yard? Yes, 10 yard roll of the blue turquoise ribbon. It's awesome. You get 2 pipe cleaners and cable mounts. And of course you get your zip tie pack, your wire nippers, and all the kits do include one of our cards that will, when you scan it, will take you right to the Unique in the Creek YouTube channel. And this code takes you right to the kits where the tutorial will be, the replay. Okay? So, let's get started. Just put some of this away. Get started. You won't need these till the end. I love these things. I put them in quite a few kits. More of the summer kits, I think, than the spring ones, but they're just so fun. So much, it's easier than putting a whole bunch of ribbons in. Then the ribbons don't, because they get all messed up and all that stuff. Okay, so there's your sign. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put our cable mounts on the back of our sign. And you just need some hot glue for that. And the kitting department nicely puts the pipe cleaners through the cable mounts. And we're going to take the paper off. Now, I like to peel back. There's a rubber sticky thing on the back of the cable mounts. I like to actually peel those off because in the hot sun, it's not the greatest adhesive that they have on the actual plastic part of the cable mount. So I peel them off and do the plastic cable mount right onto the metal, okay? Now for the kits, you do need your own hot glue and or E6000 or super glue or DAP or whatever you use for your mounts. Okay, so I have them bare cable mounts, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scratch up, now not too deep, just a little bit of scratch on the back of this sign on the metal. You don't see, you don't see it through. And that's just to give the cable mount something to grip onto. Now these are not so bad because they're coated with this white coating, right? So they actually grip not too bad compared to like the metal ones, the metal signs. All right, and then I'm going to take my hot glue, and I use Gorilla glue sticks. Gorilla glue sticks work really well. And I also use a little bit of the Gorilla super glue. I only sell the picks in the kits. I do not stock them. So I order special stuff just for kits, and those are one of them. And same with like the greeneries and stuff. So I put a little bit of super glue in the middle there. And then I'm going to also put some hot glue around the outside of the cable mount. And then I'm just going to put this cable mount right where I scratched up. Now you're not going to want to push down with your hands. Use your wire nippers that you got and push down, because the glue will come up and you don't want to burn your fingers. Okay, so there's the first one, and then I'm just going to scratch up down here a little bit. Now don't go too deep, because if you go too deep, you're going to scratch off some of the paint on the other side. Just a little bit so it has something to grip. And then I'm going to do the exact same. Use some of this super glue kind of in the middle here. So the super glue helps the cable mounts stick permanently, and then the hot glue lets them stick temporarily. Well, it sticks really well still, but so that we can put the sign on right away and we're not waiting for the E6000 or the super glue to dry. Okay, so that's what that's all we have to do to the sign. We are going to put this to the side, let it dry, and it'll be ready to go by the time we are finished. Okay, like I said, we are using the ring board, the Unique in the Creek ring board for this project. And you do get this fabulous roll of fabric mesh, with the pastel fabric mesh with the iridescent colors, or the iridescent striping. You need to cut 16 pieces of this mesh at 22 inches. So if you have a cutting mat and a rotary cutter, you're just going to pull your mesh out, roll it out, and you want to make sure that your bottom seam is like lined up with one of the lines on your mat, so you get a true 22-inch piece. And I'm just going to take my rotary cutter and I'm just going to cut it so I have that 22-inch piece. Okay, now if you don't have a cutting mat, it's not a big deal. You can get these fabric rulers or measuring tapes at the dollar store. You get like 3 in a pack for $1. Or you can use like a measuring tape or whatever you have that you can measure out 22 inches. I have mine taped to the table. I'm putting the end of my mesh at the beginning of my my measuring thing here, whatever it's called, the measuring tape. And I'm making sure that the bottom is nicely lined up. And then I'm just going to take scissors and at 22 inches, just cut the piece off the roll, okay? You will have enough mesh. You'll probably have a little bit of tiny extra. You'll have enough mesh for 16 22-inch pieces. Alrighty? 16, 1/6, my friends. So once you got your mesh cut, we need 16, again, 1/6 pieces of this really beautiful blue 7/8 inch ribbon. I'm going to use my measure buddy and I'm going to pull it out to, I'm going to cut them at 13 inches. Normally everybody cuts them at 14. For this project, we really don't need 14, so we're going to save that extra inch. You need 16 of them, okay? I've already cut some, and I pulled my measure buddy out to the 13. So the measure buddy is 8 inches, the body of it, and you pull out number 1, and it's all the way to 14 inches, and it clicks into 1-inch increments, and there is numbers on there. So number 1 goes out to 14, and then you can pull number 2 all the way out to 20. And again, these are 1-inch increments. So from here to here is 20 inches, which is fabulous for measuring mesh or yarn. We do the wrapping of the yarn for horses and gnomes and stuff like that. I know I'm tongue-tied, yeah. It's been a really long day, my friends. Okay, so 13 inches. I think I need 9 pieces. So there is a clip, 2 clips that come on these. I never use them. I just use my thumb. But they are there if you need to use them. So this is considered 1, and I said we needed 16, and I only need 9 right now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to cut 4, and then cut the ends where it's folded. Put it to the side. And then I'll cut another 5. So like I said, you need 16 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this 7/8, I love it. It's like all the rage right now. It's just going to give that little pop of blue color that we need in this wreath. Okay, and the Measure Buddies, they are another invention of mine, and it too is made out of recycled materials, and you can buy them on uniqueinthecreek.com. You can buy them on Amazon, and you can also buy them at Craft Outlet. Okay, the best tool you'll get. You need 2, because if one goes missing, you really do miss the other one. You really do miss it. Okay, so once your ribbons are cut, we're not going to do anything to them right now. Our mesh is cut, our ribbons are cut. We're going to preload our board. For this design, on the board, you'll see 2 chamfered holes, or 2 holes that are like kind of divoted in. Those are your hanging holes. You'll also see a number 1 and a number 2. That is the top of the board, and there's 2 circumferences, and you'll see it indicated by a line that's going around. Okay, for this project, what I'm going to do is, sorry, my shoulder, right where it's 1 and 2, I'm going to go down hole 1 and back up with the tail of the zip tie up hole 1.5. Okay, then I'm going to skip the next one, and then again I'm going to go down and up. I'm going to skip this one, and I'm going to go down and up. Now when you do your zip ties, you want to make sure when you're going down and up that the flat part of the zip tie head, there's a flat part here. You want to make sure the flat part is facing in between the 2 holes. Okay, and that way that the tail will go into the flat part of the head of the zip tie, and you'll hear a zipping sound, and it'll lock. Okay, that'll just save you time if you preload your board properly, that you don't have to take your zip ties back out and place them in correctly. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way around. We've skipped every other hole. All right. Oh, I did it again. It wouldn't be alive with Lori if I didn't do something. I spilled my buble this time. Again. Which is normal. I usually have something going on with me. I have a spill. I drop things. Some things knock off my table. You know. Okay. Now what you're going to do is with your piece of, you're going to take one of your pieces of mesh, okay? You're going to open it, and we're going to use it curl up, which means if I let go, it's going to curl up, okay? Curl up. You're going to put it in front of you long ways, so the 22 inches is going vertical, all right? And your factory edges are on the left and right hand side of your mesh in front of you. Alrighty, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bring the bottom, and now I like to put something just heavy to hold that top part down for me. I'm going to take the bottom, and this is where I've cut it with my rotary cutter. Bring the bottom up about halfway. And with this mesh, it's easy because you can line up the colors. Okay? So line it up so that the bottom is about halfway up the mesh. It doesn't have to be precise at all. And then you're going to take your top and you're going to bring it down and about an inch overlap of the bottom. Okay? And we have like a envelope type formation here. Now, again, with this stripe mesh is nice because you can look at it and know exactly where the center is. And what you're going to do is we are going to pinch or pleat right up the center. So this line of iridescent foil is our center. And you're going to take your Peter pointer, that's for you, Chris, your Peter pointer and your thumb, and you're going to pinch it and drag. So you're pinch and you're kind of dragging it along your table till you get to the end. Okay, and once you get to the end, you have this really cool bow tie formation. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over, and the reason I flip it over is because I want this cut edge at the bottom. So if there is strings or frays or whatever, nobody will see them because they're at the bottom. Alrighty, and we're going to start with the zip tie we put into the board. Alrighty, and this mesh is going to go where you've pinched it in the center. It's going to go right in between the two holes that you put the zip tie in. Alrighty, so I'm going to put the center right in there, and then I'm going to come around and I'm going to do my zip tie up. Now I'm not going to do it up super tight because I want to leave a little space because I'm going to add some ribbon there. So you'll hear a zipping sound like that. Okay, and you can let it go. It won't pop open or anything. Then you're going to take a piece of this ribbon that we cut, the 7/8" ribbon. We're going to fold it in half. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it lengthwise like this, and I'm just going to slide it in my zip tie until the center is in the middle of the zip tie. Okay, and then once I have that, what I want to do with my mesh is I'm going to kind of just bring it forward towards the center of the board. Okay, and then you're going to do your zip tie up nice and tight. Okay, so you got this nice ruffle, right? And then we have our ribbon tail sticking out. Now I'm going to dovetail my ribbon tails, or you can angle them, but I'm going to do that after everything's put in because it sometimes gets tattered while you're building your wreath. Okay, so that your first one, and that's where the number 1 and 2 is. All right, the next one where we didn't put anything, you're going to take a zip tie and you're going to go down. You're going to use hole number 1, and we're going to go down, and we're going to use that hole to the outside of the board. Okay, so again, you can preload it just like that, so it kind of looks like an L shaped on your table. You're going to take a piece of your mesh, and again, we're going to have it lengthwise curl up, the serged edges to the right and left, bring it about halfway up, bring the top just about an inch over the bottom seam. Again, we have that envelope type formation, and then again we're going to pinch, pinch, pinch and drag. Now you don't want to do this on a tablecloth because you will collect the tablecloth that's underneath. All right, so you got your ruffle, And this is fabric mesh, which is wonderful to work with. It gives you lots of coverage and it's absolutely stunning. It's quite expensive too, but anyways, I wanted to use this one because I loved it so much. You're going to take your mesh. We're going to now put the center of the mesh that we pinched in between that hole and the outside of the board, kind of flipping the ruffles facing the outside of the board. And you're going to do your zip tie up just a bit so you can hear the zipping. And we're going to then put another piece of this 7/8 inch ribbon, folded in half, and just slide it into your zip tie until it hits the halfway mark that you made when you folded it in half, and then tighten it up. Okay, so we are going to do, and you can see how the ruffle is facing towards the outside. It just gave, let's see, by doing that, we gave it 5 inches from the board. So you can see it's going to make the wreath look a lot bigger without having to use a lot more supplies or materials. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to keep alternating. So we're going to do inner, outer, inner, outer. So that's why I got you to preload every other, so you'll know, okay, our next one is going to be an inner one, and then the next one's an out. So you're going to do that all the way around with your 16 pieces. Now I've already started one, but I wanted to show you guys on an empty frame so you could see it a little bit better. I'm going to cut these off. Now if you do make a mistake or whatever, all you have to do is flip it over and cut the zip tie off. Easy peasy, just to fix anything. And of course our back is still going to be nice and neat. You won't have to cover it up. All you're going to see is zip ties, which kind of look like stitching. Okay, so let's get this wreath made after I finish explaining all that. So I've done half, well, just less than half. Now, if this doesn't scream Easter, I don't know what does. So again, I've preloaded every other, so I know which one's inner, which one's outer. And I'm just going to go around. So this one obviously is outer. Put my zip tie in. With the outer, I'm making the ruffle towards the outside, flipping it kind of towards the outside. It is gorgeous mesh. Very gorgeous. Just like that. And then I'm going to slide my ribbon in. And you'll see when we're finished the wreath, this 7/8 inch ribbon is just the perfect amount of blue to go in the wreath. Oh, my camera moved. Oops, sorry. Thank you. There we go. Okay, and you're going to take your wire nippers, go right down to the zip tie head and cut your zip ties off as you're going. This one's going to be kind of towards the center. And I have the tails of this ribbon going towards the outside of the wreath. And then the mesh is kind of going, the inner one is kind of facing towards the inside of the ring. And like I said, we will we'll do the ends after we've done the wreath. Okay, now it's the outside to the outside of the board. Just move your mesh back a bit. Get the center, put it right on the board, come around with your zip tie. Oh, thanks, Trixie. I love that name, Trixie. Such a fun name. Okay, we'll put our ribbon in. So it's just inner, outer, inner, outer. Very, very easy. Yes, this mesh is really pretty. I can give you the SKU. I thought I had it somewhere. I don't sell it on the website. It's only available in our kit. Oh, here it is. It's poly jute metallic mesh, light pink, green, blue, lavender, white. It's RY8032AY. It's very hard to find though. Plus it's kind of pricey. But when I do my kits, I do my kits. I like to do them with good, like everything in the kit is very good quality. So we're just pinching, flipping. This is an inner one, so I'm going to kind of flip it towards the center hole of the wreath frame. Come around. Now you absolutely can use pipe cleaners if you want on any of the Unique in the Creek boards. Absolutely, just like you would with a wireframe. However, I love zip ties because it's nice and neat. And I know nothing's going to fall out. I just feel I cannot get the pipe cleaners tight enough that I feel confident that it's not going to fall out. So when I flip it over, you'll see, look how nice, that's all your customer will see is little zip tie things. That's it. So that's why I use zip ties. And once you get the hang of the zip ties, they are really easy to use. So we are only using, now this looks really full. You can see how full it looks already. And we're only using one roll of mesh, which is really nice. And that's the nice thing about the Unique in the Creek boards is they do use less supplies than other frames. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining me. This is tonight's, the first kit for Kit Craze for spring 2023. We will be doing a summer one probably mid-April. I think it's mid-April. Probably wrong. I never know nothing. But I have just as fabulous kits for summer as well. Okay, we're almost done. We'll put our sign on. We're going to put our fun picks. Love these things. Make a little bow to go, probably I'll put it underneath the sign. So this one is the inner one. I'm just kind of flipping it towards the center. Do it up a little. Like I said, give yourself some space. Fold it in half. Pull it through. Now, normally I don't do it this way, but because it's 7/8 inch ribbon, it's thin, like it's small, so you can easily slide it through the zip tie. I'm not sure if the signs are on our website. I think they are. Just type in Easter or bunny into the search bar, and if we have it, it'll come up. We got some really cute metal bunnies. They're like the whole body bunny that are metal. One's like black and white, and one is polka dots. Oh my God, they're so cute. So check out the new new items that came in. And if you are looking for fabric mesh for roses, we got all the colors in again. Yellow, red, white. So I know some of you are fabric mesh lovers. And I love this fabric mesh. This fabric mesh is everything. All right, we have, oh, two more. Cut more mesh. I didn't cut it all. So we're cutting it at 22 inches. So we have this much left. Now I did it at, if you divide 16 into 360, you'll see that it's 22.5. So I always give myself that extra 0.5. And just in case there's not quite a full 10 yards on it, and we can't tell that until we actually use the mesh. So I always play it safe and just go down a little. I'd rather have extra mesh, a little bit of extra mesh than not enough. I'm gonna have to push these back. This one's the center. So it's going towards the middle. Doesn't it look so full? So pretty. Thank you. You haven't seen nothing yet. I have, like, once we put the stuff in, like I said, when I do the kits, I can actually see the wreath finished in my head and know exactly how I'm going to teach it. Even though I bought all this stuff a year ago. So my team's been making the kits for this spring kit craze since January. So that's why I said there's a lot of thought that goes into these. And I have to do them a year in advance. My mesh is 22 inches long. This is our last piece. That's the outside, so we're just going to flip our ruffle towards the outside. And slide our last piece of ribbon in. So as you can see, if you do have any questions, Tina Kelly, who works for Unique and Creek, she's in moderating and she does answer all the questions that you have. So she is the knower of everything. All right, we have a beautiful base gorge fabric mesh, sparkly with the iridescent in it. There's the back. Now I'm going to put my sign. So you want to find your top, which is the 2 holes that are separate. Now I'm going to put my sign to the side here. This is where you can totally make your wreath whatever you want. You can put it in the center if you want. But when I use the ring board, I like to make sure that, you know, you can see that it is, you know, an actual ring. So I am going to put my sign to the right hand side. I'm going to make a little loopy bow, probably right here. And then we're going to put our picks. And I'll show you, we'll put our picks in. And we'll open them all up. But we're going to put one like here. And this is where the picks come in like a lot of fun. And you'll see this is why I use just the 7/8. Just gives that little bit of hint of blue. And we'll put one right here. And we'll put one right here. Right there. And then a little bow. You can put your bow wherever. I'll just move this up just a bit. And we'll put a little bow there. So it's going to look super, super cute. All right. So I'm going to take my zip tie, or my pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to move the mesh around, make sure where my top is. Now, if you do put your sign on and, you know, your top is upside down, you can use any of the holes. It doesn't have to be the actual hanging holes if you screw up or everything. Just don't redo your wreath and stuff. So I'm going to go, so there's my top right there. With the top of my pipe cleaner, I'm going to go right over top of this zip tie. So I'm going to go down and I'll flip it over so you can see where I'm gone. And like I said, you can put your sign wherever you want. Okay, I'm just going to give it a little twist. I'm not pulling it tight to the board yet because we have to put the other one in still. You want to make sure your ribbon tails, because they will peek out the side here. You want to make sure that you can still see them. And then I'm going to take the bottom one and just go down wherever the holes are that correspond with your bottom pipe cleaner. And we're going to give it a little twist at the back. And I'll flip it over so you guys can see. I have to tighten it, but so there's the top. And the top of my sign is there. So it's my top of my sign. This is the very center. There's the holes. So the top is to the left, 1, 2. And then the bottom is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around. Okay, so there's the center. 1, 2, that's where my top is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's where my bottom is. Okay, and now I'm going to tighten my sign a bit, because I just twisted it so we could get it on. And I don't want to squish everything, so I'm just gonna I'm untwisting the pipe cleaner and I'm just pulling just till I feel a little bit of resistance. Okay, just a little bit where it's hitting the mesh, and give it a couple twists on the back, and you're going to do the same thing with the bottom. Now we want to make sure our ruffles, everything's looking nice. Now you see why I didn't do anything with the tails yet, because we'll cut that when our wreath is done. Just want to make sure all my ruffles look good. There we go, very pretty. Now I pull the bottom. So we got a bit of resistance. There we go. And this is really cute. I don't know if you guys can see, but even the lettering is all glitter. It's a really, really cute sign. Okay, I think my top is a little bit too tight. Pulled it too tight. I'm just undoing the pipe cleaner. There, that's better. Alrighty. Okay, now we can put the fun bees in our wreath. So like I said, I'm probably gonna put one here, one here, one here. And you know what, I might not even need a bow. We'll see. So you're gonna cut the tag off. All right. And we're gonna cut this stem, some of it off. Now I'm gonna use my wire cutters only because my shoulder is really bad. They are fun, and you're gonna open them up. Once we get the pick into the zip tie, then we can make sure all the loops are fun. But it's got like snowdrift, this is a fabric mesh tubing, this is a glitter tubing, and then you got the pink, purple, and green balls. And it matches the sign so pretty. Just making sure. Okay, so I think I'm going to put one, like I said, right about here. So I'm going to take one of my zip ties, and you don't even need to use glue, my friends. So I'm going to go, should I do the center? Yeah. So where the top is, right where this zip tie is, I am going to put another zip tie. Just down and up over top of the current zip tie that's already there. Right dead smack in the center. Okay, close it up just a little bit. Hear that clicking? And then I'm going to bend this wire. I can't even do it because of my arm. There we go. Just going to bend it a little bit. See how it's kind of an L shape? And I'm putting the L shape right into that zip tie. And this, we can have it facing outwards or inwards, right in the zip tie. So I don't know if you can see that. Just gonna zip it in, right like that. Pull it nice and tight. So if you, with your wire nippers, if you don't squeeze really tight, you can use them as like needle nose pliers. Tighten up your zip tie and then squeeze tight and it'll cut it off. All right, now you can add a little bit of glue if you want, just over top of the zip tie and the stem of that pick, but it's pretty much in there. I'm gonna cut some of that off. All right, and then we're going to push it to so it's centered. And look how cute. Isn't that fun? Super easy way to put some whimsy into your wreath. All right, so we'll do another one. So because you have 3. Should have Dave pre-cut these for me. They're not hard to cut, it's just I have a really bad shoulder. Get rid of the tag. And again, Actually, the easiest thing is probably, so I did the center here. So I'll do the center going this way. So I'll put a zip tie here. Oh no, that's not it. We're going this way. This way, Laura. Right here. So I'm going to put a zip tie from here to here, right in the center horizontally. I think I'm improving, actually. But the day of physio, my arm was always sore afterwards. Okay, again, I just put a zip tie in, did it up a little bit. Bend your wire. Zip it up, nice and tight. This one I cut shorter so I don't have to cut any off. You can, like I said, you can put a little bit of glue right up over the stem and the board so it doesn't slide out. And again, we'll push it right into the middle here. So there's one, there's the second one. It is centered, right? Oh no, it was supposed to go here. Oh well, I'm not moving it. I was going to do it in the middle. Then I'll do one down here. We're almost done. We're almost done. Bend it. All right, I guess right here, maybe I will do a bow. Yeah, I'm going to do right here. And I'm going to do a little loopy bow there. Just add a little bit more of that blue in there. Just center. Put our balls in the center. Our loops. Open them up. We will be doing our ribbon tails a little bit better. Actually, maybe I should have moved it over one. Making sure all our ruffles are pretty. Oh, that's why it wasn't centered. Okay, and then I'm going to put a bow there. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to just dovetail the ends of the ribbons. Now you can slant them, you can dovetail them like I'm going to. It's totally up to you, whatever way you want to do them. So if you want to dovetail them, you're going to fold it, your ribbon tail in half lengthwise, and where the folded edge to the outside corner, you're going to cut. And it makes a perfect dovetail. So you can go around and do all that, or you can slant it, like just cut it on a slant. I personally like the dovetail better. Yeah, these colors are fabulous. And I love the blue, because there is blue in the sign. And there's a bit of blue in the mesh as well. And then you want to take, once you've done your dovetails, take your fingers like scissors and just kind of pull up and out. And you're going to kind of curl that so it looks cool. gives it that finished look. And again, if you don't like it this way, you can literally do it any way you want. You can even add more ribbon if you want. I don't think so. I think you just, this little hints of blue is perfect. Because we don't want to cover up this gorgeous mesh. That is for sure. You pay good money for this mesh. Now I will probably put my glue gun kind of underneath the sign both ways and pump some glue under there once I know what that's for sure where I want my sign, just to hold it in place a little better. Alrighty, and I'm going to make a little bow just to put like right here. That's what we got so far. Look how cute that is. Isn't that adorable? Okay, let's make a quick bow. I'm going to use my Easy Bow Maker. This is the Deluxe, and then this is the Design Pro. We don't ship from Canada. We actually ship from Buffalo, New York. So your rate is from Buffalo, New York to Florida. If we shipped from Canada to Florida, we wouldn't be in business anymore. So the closer you are to Buffalo, the cheaper it is. All right, I'm gonna make just a quick little bow with this. I'll do like a 10-inch tail. So from here to the end is 8 inches, and then another 2. All right, actually, I think I want to do a little bit longer the tails. How much ribbon? Yeah. So I'm going to do 8. Let's do 14-inch tails. Only because if I don't use up this ribbon, it'll just end up tossed in a corner and never used. So I might as well use it up. Okay, so I think I will do, how much space do I have? I think I'll do a 5-inch loops. Yeah. Now this ribbon is pretty much the same on both sides, so you don't really have to do that half twist, which saves some ribbon because you're not twisting it. Oh, I have to bang these in again. I should have used that one. So I'm doing 1, 2. I'm doing as many loops as I have left on my ribbon spool. You're late to the party. You are, Sharon. I am almost done. I'm just making a cute little loopy bow. Adding some more blue. So we do have this bow maker on our site. We have the Design Pro. We also have the little, I have one piece of this. We also have like the kids bow maker if you're just new to making wreaths. You can use the little kids bow maker. I don't know where mine is. And it works just as well. So I'm making a little loop in the center here. And I am going to cut this off. And what I'm going to do, because I want to use up all of it, I'm going to add a little tail here. There, I used it all up, so it's not going to be kicking around my craft room. Take a zip tie, some pipe cleaner, lift the whole thing off my bow maker. Now you can just twist a pipe cleaner around it. I like to use the zip tie to get my bow nice and tight, right? And I know me, if I left some on there, it would be just literally not used. So I'm going to take my zip tie, bring it to the back, take my pipe cleaner, slide it under my zip tie, and pull it tight. I'll cut that little tail off there. There we go. So we'll dovetail this little tail thing we used. Dovetail the end, the long one. Alrighty. And we'll open up all the loops when we get it onto the board. And it is, before I forget, it is 26 inches in diameter, which is like perfect. Perfect size. So I'm going to take my pipe cleaners, and I think I want to put my bow right about there. So I'm just going to kind of weed my way through the mesh here. Find the hole. There it is. Actually, I'm going to put it through the mesh. So the bow is sitting on the mesh. So if you lift the board up, you can actually see the holes because the light shines through. Oh, it's stuck on a piece of fabric through the mesh. Come on. Now we don't want to pull the bow too tight. We don't want it sucked in. Looks good there. Alright, let's open these little loops up. I could probably want 4 inches. Love that, the hint of blue. And you'll see when you get your kit, there's actual blue going, the same blue going around the sign there. Now, if you were just a first-time watcher, do you think you'd be able to make this? It was pretty easy, I would think. Now, I think everything's easy, but look how pretty that is. Isn't that cute? I'm going to do it just a bit tighter. There we go. We don't want to suck it in. Well, replays are wonderful things because you can stop, start, rewind, and do exactly what I'm doing at the same time you're doing it. And you take your time. So with the wreath, Unique and Creek wreaths, you can leave the wreath, come back to it 2 weeks later, and you still know where you need to go. Because if there's blank holes, then you have to put your mesh in there. All right, and then we can roll this up. Give it a little curl. Yeah, I think I like the blue, or the little bow. Oops. Perfect. Isn't that super cute? And now I'm just going to put my hanger on. And I'm just going to use a zip tie. Okay. And you can use whatever. These are the hang holes. And you just go down. I'm going to use, they're a bit spread apart. I really have to get that mold fixed. But go down, back up. Do your zip tie up until you hear a clicking. And then we made a hanger. And once you're satisfied of where your sign is, where your bow is, where your picks are, all that stuff, you can then take your end of your pipe cleaners and put them back down the holes so you keep the back of the wreath nice and neat and there's nothing to scratch the door. And if you're selling it, if you are selling this wreath, especially at a craft show, you want to tape your business card to the back onto the board, or get some stickers made with your Etsy store or wherever you're selling. So the customer will come back and buy their summer and their Christmas, and they know exactly where they bought it. There we go. I squished my bow again. Hello. And I like the little overlap kind of over top of the sign here. Anyways, I'll fuss with these until I actually get it on the door, but there is our finished wreath. Have a happy Easter. We can fluff out these. Anyways, that is your Easter snow globe. Well, it's not really a snow globe, but globe with fun colors. Beautiful mesh. There's the back of the board made on the ring board. And there you go. Super cute. Professionally looking wreaths every time. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I think I'm at 4 o'clock tomorrow. I can't remember which wreath kit I'm doing. It's one of these two I showed. So this wreath will be available, if I forget to list them all the time, on my website. So if you want to purchase this one that I made, when I stop fussing with it, it will be available to be purchased. And again, I can't wait to see what you guys make. So when you are finished your wreath, post it in Unique Wreath Creators. Unique Wreath Creators is our sister group. It is a free group, and that's where all like-minded Creekers hang out and post their wreaths. They give tips, they do tutorials sometimes, but it's very, very inspirational. And it's all, everything is done with Unique in the Creek boards. So it's pretty fabulous group. So just make sure you answer the questions. Our admins will not let you in, and they're strict. All right, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and happy wreathing. Bye, everybody.